My name is Bill Wright. I'm from Montrose Bike Shop. We're here with a customer. It's Brian. He's come in for a bike fit today. And if you have any questions about what we can do for you, just go ahead and we'll answer them for you.
Well, I've been out riding, and I just want to make sure that I get my bike to feel right. I don't know, my seat hasn't felt like it's the right height, or that it's forward enough, or my handlebars feel all right. I just don't feel like I've set the seat height right, so maybe you might be able to help with that and see what else you can find wrong with what I got going on.
The important thing about a bike fit is there's many things that come into play. There's not only your seat height, there's your fore and aft position over the cranks, which we do separately. It's called your neutral fit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and bring your bars to you and make you comfortable. Most people tend to be more bent over than they should be, and they usually have a stem that's way too long and too low. So we're going to try and get your bars in a position that gives you a body position that you can live with on a long-term basis. And, you know, when you're out on a long ride, you'll be more comfortable and you'll actually be more efficient. So the three things that we want to accomplish: we want to make you more comfortable. That's the main thing. We want to make you more efficient, so you'll have more power and you'll be able to ride longer. And the third thing is very important, is we want to prevent any injuries down the road. So what we'll do, okay. The first thing we usually do with you is we'll do a comprehensive analysis of your flexibility and characteristics of your feet and how your shoes fit, how your cleats are placed, and put it all together. Then we'll put you on the bike and we'll measure your seat height, your seat fore and aft, and get that all dialed in, and then we'll work on your bars. Alright, now that we've checked out your flexibility and we've checked your foot structure and seen if you need footbeds or shims, we're going to go ahead and put you on the bike. So go ahead and hop on the bike.
Ready?
The first thing you're going to do is you're going to get warmed up. So go ahead and pedal. And in our 2D and 3D comprehensive fit, the D part of that is it's dynamic. Dynamic means that you're actually moving rather than being static. The reason you need to do that is you need to know what a rider actually looks like on their bike, particularly the angle of your foot. The angle of the foot is important because we need to know what the angle is while they're riding at about 50 to 70% of their power, so that we can get a correct angle when we take all our measurements. If we take a measurement when the foot is in a arbitrary position, it won't give us an accurate picture of what their seat height and fore and aft positions should be. So once we have the rider going, what we're going to do is going to have them stop the cranks in the 3 and 9 o'clock position with this foot forward. And we're going to make the cranks level. Then we're going to try and take the foot, we're going to try and put it in the position that it was at that position in the cranks when it's rotating, which is right about there. And what we do is we want to get a position, show this position off the front of the knee, and drop the plumb bob and see where it falls. And you want to get this in a position where it's going right off the end of the crank. Now he's currently a little bit behind the front of the crank, which would indicate that his position of the saddle should go back a little bit. The second thing we'll do is we'll check his seat height. And the way we do that, we use an instrument called a goniometer. All it is an angle finder. So what we're going to do is go ahead and pedal again. We're going to check the angle of the foot at the position that we'll put the cranks in when we give our measurement. Go ahead and stop. We're going to position his foot. Go ahead and crank down. We're going to line up the opposite crank with the seat tube. Go ahead and push forward. There you go. Give a little pressure. We're going to put that foot right in the same angle that it was when I sighted it going around. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to measure the angle of his leg. We're going to do that from 3 points. We're going to do it from the ankle bone, we're going to do it from the bone in the knee, and we're going to do it from the hip bone. Now we want this angle to be between 30 and 35 degrees. And he is currently at right around 27 degrees, which would indicate on this side that he probably needs to go down just a little bit. So, given we know the saddle height, we know the 4.5 position of where we can position it. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to check his bars. And one thing we usually do when we figure out a rider's flexibility requirements or their limitations is that we'll compensate for that with the position of the bars. If someone's very aggressive, they race, they want to have a very aerodynamic position, we'll allow them to be a little bit lower than someone who's a recreational rider and who has neck troubles or neck pain or shoulder pain or back problems. And Brian, what kind of ride do you do?
Train, and I really just train to keep myself fit and toned, but most of the guys I ride with are all racers, so I actually have to train pretty fast. No, I'd say a competitive style rider.
We've found that you don't have any limitations in your shoulders or your neck, or not having any problems. You're relatively young. The position that I see actually is slightly aggressive. What we want to do is have a 90-degree bend between the body position and the upper arm, with a slight relaxation at the elbow. Also, one thing I can see that is his grip. He's on the hoods where he should be, in a neutral position. Go ahead and put your hands back up on the hoods. His wrists are cocked a little bit. We might want to maybe reposition his bars slightly, or possibly move the levers. If at all possible, if he wants to, we could probably bring the stem back in length, maybe 5 millimeters. But all in all, it's an okay position for him, and we might just leave it where it is. If anyone's riding over 5 hours a week, they probably should be properly fit. For that reason, is to prevent injury and to definitely make their riding more comfortable and more enjoyable. For the more enthusiast and someone who's into fitness or triathlon or is racing competitively, will definitely benefit from an increase in efficiency and power by having a properly fit bicycle.